on the Current River, and we're going to be doing 2 days of camping on gravel bars, doing some fishing, cooking some good food, and just enjoying this awesome paddle on the Missouri Scenic Riverway. This is one of my favorite floats. Doing Cedar Grove down to Round Springs, and just seeing where the river takes me each day. Well, it's been an amazing paddle so far. Such a beautiful day. I couldn't ask for better weather, but I will. Don't put it past me. Weather guys, give me better weather than this. They're not awake right now. It's okay. Not much wildlife yet. A lot of fish. Tons and tons of fish I see. A lot of these bottom feeder fish. There's a blue herring. Yeah, that was about it so far. No otters yet. Hopefully we'll see some of them. I usually see them in that spot that was just back there, but no go today. Rainbow trout, but kind of snagged him. Snagged him in a horrible spot. Stop, 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 stop. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh, good. There you go. You're off now. Here, buddy. Look at that guy there. It's a nice little rainbow trout. See that guy? Let's let him go. I know. There you go. There you go. You're good again. There he goes. All right, we've made it to camp. This is one of my favorite camps here on the Current River. This is just a little bit down from Welch Springs. And this is my favorite campsite because there's some good sand up here that you can camp on, lots of firewood in the back, and I can listen to these rapids at night, and it's kind of soothing. So yeah, we're here. It's 4:47, so we got about another hour and a half of light before the sun sets. I'm gonna get camp set up. We'll get the tent, we'll get the tarp set up because we might have rain in the morning. Then we need to get firewood, and I am starving. I basically ate some margarita pizza Cheez-Its today, and that was about it. So need to do that and get some water, but yeah, let's get camp set up and get to hanging out. Time to fetch some wood. Okay, well, this is an interesting turn of events, but all of my Sawyer squeezes, the two that I brought, don't work. They're not actually allowing water to flow through them. So I don't have a water filter to purify water. What we'll have to do is we'll have to boil water for the rest of the trip, which might be a little difficult tomorrow considering it's 40% chance of rain. And when I looked at the forecast, it was off and on all day long. So it's about finding a spot that's sheltered enough or putting the tarp up, then building a fire out of I have a little twig stove I brought. I could do that and then boil the water and then continue on down the river, but maybe we can collect some if it rains enough in the canoe. I don't know, but the trip just got a little bit interesting for the water situation. Well, I got the water filter to work just a little bit. It's dripping like this, so I have it hanging off my tripod, and every like 10 minutes I intake 2 drinks of water. Okay, I'm gonna abandon the twig stove because it's taking too long and I'm sick of feeding it twigs and it not boiling the water. So I got my new light out. This is this Ogre light I ordered last week, and hopefully it'll be better lighting for videotaping. It's probably for canoe camping mostly and car camping because it's pretty heavy. But we're going to try it out tonight and see how it works. So let's get a fire going, and I have a special dinner that I need to start cooking because it's going to take like an hour to cook it. Oh, all right. Well, I kind of got the fire going. Anyways, for tonight's dinner, we are going to do a beef stew. So I got some stew meat. I have some Yukon Gold potatoes. I have a shallot, and I have some baby carrots, which are only baby because they're from our garden. That's just how they grow. I also have some beef stock. So we'll get our pan, we'll sear our meat, we'll season our meat. We'll take that out, we'll saute the shallot in there, put a little beef stock, get all the little good bits off the bottom, and we'll pour that into our stock pot, and we'll combine everything together and just let it cook for, I don't know, until the potatoes and the carrots are soft. And then we'll go from there. Sound good? Let's do it. My son got me this crazy, like, knife. Look at this thing. It's like a straight blade or something. Very beautiful. Pretty cool. And it is a sharp. I just ate a bug. I'm thinking for these, the smaller the better because it'll take less time to cook. Oh my God, there's so many bugs. The shallot's gonna make me cry now. The shallot makes me sad. Excuse me. All right, we have our shallots sauteed. We have our beef that is browned on all sides. And we got some good bits that are on the bottom in here. So we're gonna put some beef stock in here, get those good bits off the bottom. Then we're gonna put everything into our pot here, including our vegetables and our beef stock. And then we're gonna let it start simmering. Okay, I got all the goodies in the pot. We're gonna put it on there to simmer. The time has come to taste the stew. Man, this thing looks amazing. Try one of these potatoes. Oh, with a piece of beef first. Oh. That's insane. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Awesome. I don't want you to miss out on the goodness here. You can dig in, look at all those goodness. Got some beef, carrot. You can see the shallots in there, and some beef stock, seasoning. Excellent. All right, I'm beat. Starting to get tired, so I think I'm gonna hit the hay. I might read my book a little bit if I can, but hopefully we have dry weather in the morning and we can cook breakfast out here. If not, we got the tarp up and we got everything underneath the tarp, so we can do it underneath there. But we'll have a fun day tomorrow. We got a long day of paddling, and see what this weather is going to be like. It could be interesting. All right, good night. Talk to you in the morning. Oh, well, wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. It's another beautiful morning out here on the Current River. Yeah, I slept well, thanks. Thanks for asking. Yeah, for sure. Let's get some breakfast in us. Let's get packed up and let's get on the river. We'll do some fishing. And we can take our time getting to the next campsite. This float in total is like 27 miles from Cedar to Round Spring. So yesterday I think we did probably like 5.5 or something like that to here. It's very short. So today we need to do about a 13, 14 mile day probably. And then we'll have a short paddle out tomorrow morning. So yeah, let's get breakfast going. I know what you're thinking. How is Todd going to create an epic breakfast to top the spell of the river one? Which was pancake, egg, maple syrup in between every single layer. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to top that epic breakfast. But this morning we have mini croissants. We have some Bob Evans sausage. Some little chickens that haven't been hatched. And we're gonna have some Death Wish coffee. And I think that should do us in. And then we can get on the river. Alright, we're gonna build some of these sandwiches now. These beautiful egg sandwiches. Got my crazy knife my son got me. I have this Melinda's, but don't let it fool you. I actually put Crystal's hot sauce in there. Let me show you what we're working with here. It's a beautiful little breakfast sandwich. I'm going to eat it. This is the beautiful Cave Springs. Well, I had no luck fishing. I got a bite and I couldn't reel it in. It got off the hook, so I am just gonna eat some salami, and I got some margarita pizza Cheez-Its. Yeah, and then some sharp cheddar cheese too to go along with that. Just has some meat and cheese. Hopefully we'll catch fish later on the way. Brought this Matsuoto, I can't remember, Matsuoto I think it is pronounced. My dad got me this. I don't know if it was for Christmas or what it was, but this thing is sharp as hell. Yeah, hopefully there's some more good fishing down the way. But today's been awesome. The weather's been holding out, and it's beautiful. So hopefully that continues, and we find a great campsite for tonight. Alright, well, I wasn't planning on camping here tonight, but I don't know, I stopped and it looks like there's plenty of firewood and it's an awesome spot just right here on the corner. I think there could be some good fishing over that way. Yeah, so 3 o'clock. I was planning on stopping at 4 today because I had to rush so much yesterday to get camp set up. I was kind of not having that much fun, so I wanted to stop a little early today. But this place looks great. I think it'll do. We'll have a little bit longer paddle to get out tomorrow, but I don't got anything to do, so do some fishing, hang out a little bit longer on the river tomorrow, and get home late in the afternoon instead of early. Yeah, let's get everything unpacked, start relaxing. Wow, look at this find. I found some birch bark. You don't see that too often around here. So yeah, we're gonna grab some of that and see if we can start our fire with it. Got all this chopped up and ready to go. And then I have all of this right there. There's like 4 more logs over there. I think that should be good. Okay, so here's the thing. Fishing in front of camp, no bueno. It's not very good. So I want to go into this pool that's across the way, but I have to get through the current, and it's pretty swift right here. So I'm gonna use my double blade and see if I can get over there with that and do some fishing before it gets dark. I got about an hour before the sun sets. So yeah, we're gonna try to make our way over there and see if we can catch some fish. Yeah, excelente. Oh, I immediately got a big fish. Wow, this is a big fish. Well, no, it's not that big, but what is it? Oh, dang, smallmouth bass. Smallmouth bass right off the bat. And it was a keeper. Let's see if we can get that guy again. Man, that was immediately. Guy was waiting. Man, the light right now is amazing. No luck fishing. I got a smallmouth bass right off the bat, and it got off the hook just right before I got it into the boat. So, oh well, and then I didn't catch anything else, but there was some more firewood over on the other side, and that was already chopped and ready to go, so I grabbed those 3 logs, and I should be good for firewood. I think I'm going to get to relax, actually, and sit down and probably read my book. I got to finish this book by Adam Schultz before he releases his new one. The one I'm reading right now is A Whisper in the Night. It's basically him going up into, oh, there's 2 deer right across the way over there. First, I'm going to tell you about this book, though. So it's called A Whisper in the Night. It's by Adam Schultz. It's really good. But he goes up to Labrador and looks for things that are unnatural, monsters, crazy stuff. Oh, there goes those deer. Let's see if I can get a shot for you guys. Going to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I got a Voodoo Ranger Juice Force. Tall boy. Love these. These are delicious. All right, first things first, we are going to take this acorn squash. Oh, it's a beautiful acorn squash. And we're going to cut it in half and take out the innards and then wrap it in, well, we're going to put olive oil on it and then we're going to wrap it in foil. Now that I'm thinking about it fully. Hopefully this is in the shot. If not, oh well. Oh, I think that's fair enough. Now we have all these innards. We need to get our spoon and spoon these out. All right. Burn all those pieces up in the fire there. Make sure we get all the seeds out. In the fire with you. Next thing, aluminum foil. First thing we'll do is spray it down with a little olive oil. Alright, there's that. Probably could be a little bit neater with that. And then I have some seasoning, and this is the same seasoning that I had last night for the stew, which is just onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And we're just going to take some of this and sprinkle it across this like that. Oh yes, like so. And then we'll wrap this bad boy up. Perfect. And we'll do the same thing for the other one. Alright, for the steak seasoning, I just have Montreal seasoning, which I always use for all my steaks. If anybody has any suggestions for better steak seasoning, or brands or whatnot for better steak seasoning, I would be thrilled to hear about them. Let's get that big piece of meat in there. It looks like it's already hot. Oh yeah. I almost forgot, but I caught it just here at the last minute. Got to put the shallots in there. What are we doing? Not putting the shallots in there. Give it some flavor. Put some flavor in your ear. We're gonna add a little bit more olive oil for the shallots. One thing I wish I had is a plate. And I thought about it before I left, but I don't have any camping plates, like any plastic ones. But I definitely need one of those for canoe camping, car camping. And of course you got to take that steak off of there after it's seared and let it rest. Don't forget to let it rest. And we'll get these all sauteed up nice. After you let your steak rest, it's time to cut it up, especially with this crazy Japanese knife that I have. Whew. Thank you, Keegan. We'll just add the steak into the shallots that we have cooked up here. Alright, let's try a little bit of this steak here with some shallots. I get a little scoop of shallots, a little piece of steak. Can't go wrong there. Wow. That's insane. Oh. That's awesome. 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie, that was the best steak I've ever had out here. while camping. I think the shallot really made it. Nice crispy shallots, not burnt, just crispy. And the steak with Montreal seasoning. Let it rest for about 5-6 minutes. Good to go. Let's see if this acorn squash is done. Okay, so hear me out. We're gonna put maple syrup on this as well. Yeah, I know. But I got this idea from Xander Budnick. I'm not gonna lie. I might be in love with him and his channel. Holy cow. That's amazing. Yeah, that's really good. Wow. Acorn squash for the win. 10 out of 10. All right, I am done eating food. Oh my God, I'm so stuffed. That was way too much food, but I enjoyed it. The acorn squash was delicious, and the steak was amazing. Yeah, today was a great float. Amazing time. I'm glad the weather held off, and I'm glad I picked this campsite instead of pushing ahead, because there was plenty of wood for a fire. It was easy to get all the chores done in time by stopping here around 3 o'clock instead of stopping at a later time like 5 o'clock yesterday, which just made me rush around. I didn't like it very much. But yeah, I mean, I think the highlight of the trip is catching the rainbow trout, which I've never caught a rainbow trout. And I caught it, but technically it didn't bite the lure, you know. I snagged it on the way in, so we'll have to come back. I think I definitely need some smaller spoons. I think all the lures I have are bigger, and everything I basically bought was for the Temagami, because I thought I was gonna be catching big fish out there. But my son had bought me a whole bunch of like fishing lures, worms, jigs, all kinds of stuff for my birthday this year, and I was able to utilize that stuff, and I almost caught a smallmouth bass with one of the lures, so that's pretty awesome. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay, crash tomorrow. I got 10 miles to float out of here, which is a little bit longer than I usually have. I usually only have about a 5-mile float. But I'm going to take my time. I'm going to do some fishing. I think there's some sightseeing still, like a spring that's just around Poltite down the way, that I might stop at and do a little hike, about a 1/4-mile hike back there, and see that. Not sure if I will or not, depends on how bad I want to get out of here. But yeah, we're going to finish it up tomorrow. And this is good night. So I'll talk to you good folks in the morning. Take care.
Alright, wakey, eggs and bakey. It is 6:30 on the dot right now. I felt well rested, so I got up this morning. Had to go to the bathroom anyway, so I figured I'd just start my day. Got some things packed in the inside the tent already, and I could see the fire was still smoldering a little bit because the wind was picking up. But yeah, we're gonna get some breakfast in us. Get things packed up, and as soon as sunrise hits here, we're going to get on the water, do some fishing, and maybe some exploring if I feel like it when we get down here, if it looks like it's worthwhile. So yeah, let's get the fire going back again so we can get some egg sandwiches. Okay, I got everything out for my breakfast sandwich, got my egg, my sausage, just got to get my croissants out. And this cooler's held up well this trip. I have 3 ice packs that are about 8 by 8 inches, I guess, on there. And then I freeze all my meat before I leave. So the stew meat, the steak, and the sausage were all in the freezer. And then that morning when I leave, I just pull them all out, frozen, pop them in here. And even the first night, the stew meat was frozen. I had to thaw it out a little bit. But by night 2, the steak is thawed out, and it's still really cold inside here. You could cool, you know, some beverages if you wanted to for today. But yeah, I mean, this is just like a cheap Ozark Trails cooler. It's nothing special. To come out here, you don't really need a whole bunch of crazy equipment. I know I got a lot of stuff, but I've collected this over the years. It wasn't like I bought it all in one fell swoop. So yeah, we're gonna get some breakfast sandwiches made, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Well, I've thought of something epic for an epic adventure breakfast. 2 sausages, 3 eggs, a toasted croissant. Then we're gonna take some maple syrup and then some hot sauce, right? And we'll take all these combinations and put them into a burrito. Yes, croissant inside the burrito. Season your food, people. There's a couple deer just crossing down there, but my lens can't really go that far, so we can't see it. All right, first things first, we're gonna take one of these nice warm tortillas. Pop that on there. Then we're just gonna go right for the secondary carbs. I got like a little charred croissant. In France, they don't char it next to the campfire like that, and that's where they go wrong. Not me. I charred mine up nicely by the campfire. Now you just gotta add that. I call this the double carb standard. There we go. Pop those in there just like that. Now we're ready for some other stuff. We got 1 egg with cheese. Look at that guy. Oh, 1 egg with cheese coming right up. Pop, 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 pop. What up? Then we get the other 2 eggs here. Pop those guys on. Oh yes. The ultimate burrito. The epic burrito. Then let's just take some of this sausage. We're going to chop that sausage up like so. Get that on top of there like that. Right? Look at that there. Then, the next thing I like to do is I like to put a little maple syrup on the top of that. Maple syrup. More, more, more. We also got to put a little hot sauce on there. I like to have my special mix of crystals and Melindas. black truffle hot sauce. Sure to give you heartburn, but it won't kill you. Well, maybe the heartburn will, but epic breakfast time. Behold, the epic breakfast burrito. All right, all finished with breakfast and coffee. Got all the cookware cleaned up, so let's get the rest of the stuff cleaned up and let's go do some fishing. All right, I'm all packed up, locked and loaded. I'm looking really stylish. So let's go do some fishing and some exploring. There's a raccoon in there, you see him? Should be right towards the center. I know he's just staring at me. All right, buddy, I'm leaving. Sorry. All right, well, I'm just finishing my paddle up here for the day, and I'll be back to Round Springs. Had a great trip. I love it out here. This is like one of my favorite rivers to go on, and this section from Cedar down to Round is amazing. I think next time I'm gonna try to go a little bit further upriver to Van Tat, I think it's called, or like Baptist, and see how that is from up there, because I hear it's beautiful. But yeah, what a great trip. Weather held out. No, I didn't really see any rain, maybe a little bit of misting, but that's about it. But just remember, you don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe. Just keep watching, and I appreciate everybody. You guys all take care, and I'll talk to you next time.